Good morning. Welcome to our Wellness Fair Chapel. Last night I was driving in the car with my 4-year-old, and my wife is pregnant and she's due on Christmas, and my 4-year-old said, "Dad, did I come out of my mom's belly on Christmas?" And I said, "No, you came out of your mom's belly on June 29th. And he said, "Dad, that's not the day I came out of mom's belly, that's my birthday." And so sometimes we don't always catch what words mean. Our theme for chapel this year is Gather, Feast, Dance. And we've gathered many times, and we've feasted many times, and today we dance. So, in preparation for our wellness-themed chapel, we thought about the many ways worship is an embodied practice. If you go to a Lutheran church, we have something like a dance. We stand, and then we'll sit briefly, and we'll stand again. And if we like a song, we'll tap our foot, right? And in other churches, if you're a Catholic church, you'll genuflect before you sit down, and that there's many practices of dancing. The practices we're going to do today come from ancient traditions, and the first song we're going to do is the Kyrie, and it's going to be a dance known as a Tripitium, which is a dance that symbolizes the life of faith. So what you'll do, so please all stand, and what you'll do is you'll turn and face your neighbor, and going clockwise, you'll move clockwise, and clockwise, yes. Yeah, clockwise. And what you'll do is you'll take a step with your right foot, and then a step with your left foot forward, and a step with your right foot, and then you put your right foot backwards, and you go take a step back. Yeah, I think so. You take a step backwards, pick and choose. You may take your left foot backwards, either one. So right, left, back, yeah. Back. And what this symbolizes, so there's two symbolizations going on with this movement. One is supposed to symbolize the life of faith. Yeah. You get to be in the circle. So the first thing that's happening here is that this dance is symbolizing the life of faith, right? Life moves forward, and then the life of faith moves backwards. And this is a constant movement of faith. This is a constant movement of the church. A church moves forwards, a church moves backwards. But as you do this in a community. The community is there to support you as you move forward and as you move backwards. And to symbolize that, you're going to take your right hand and put it on the shoulder of the person in front of you. And you'll walk around, and as we sing the song, we'll have the right, left, back, left, back. And I'll say that constantly. So join us in our singing of our first song. So let's go. Right, left, right, back. Right, left, right, back. Right, left, right, back. Right, left, right, back. Right, left.
You can stay seated. And oh, nope, that's totally not what I meant. I meant you can stay standing. Just gonna add a little bit more aerobics to this. Sit, stand, sit, stand. I can't, don't Simon Says me. For our next movement, you're going to need a little bit of space around you. And so if you want to spread out, if a few of you want to step into the middle more, I promise you're going to be thinking about yourselves. You won't be looking at other people, but you're going to need enough room to do this. So please don't smack people in the face. And we're going to use for our reading this morning a reading that is based on Psalm 32 that incorporates movement. And so you won't need your bulletins at all. It's not in there. You can drop them down. And I will lead you through it. And so we start. Blessed are you, O God. Inhale. Raise your hands in prayer to God. You are kind and merciful. Exhale. Lower your hands and place them on your heart. Feel the presence of loving kindness surround you. Thoughts of you clear my mind. Inhale. Spread your arms wide. Open your heart and let your prayer rise to God. When trouble comes, inhale. Move your arms down and back, raising your face upward. Breathe in God in times of weakness. I know you hear my prayer. Bring your arms gently in front of you with palms up, releasing your prayer to God. Though my selfish thoughts torment me, inhale, raise your hands as fists in the air, rebelling against harmful and unloving thoughts. Your faithful love brings comfort to me. Bring your hands together in front of your chest in prayer and bow at the waist. My heart is glad and filled with joy. Raise your hands to God and with joy give thanks. My heart rests in your love. Exhale. Drop your arms to your side. Close your eyes. Let yourself be at rest in God. Take 5 deep breaths and then open your eyes. You can move back to your seats. And you may sit down this time. There's some seats right up here if you want to come join us. Our next section of prayer is reflective prayer this morning. And some reflective prayer that comes out of 2 different communities. One community in Taizé, France, and another community in Iona in northern Scotland. And these are reflective, meditative communities out of which much music that is simple, easily learned, that is meant to be repeated many times, chanted, meditated on, comes. And so we're going to take time to do both one from Taizé. The first one is from Taizé, and another from the Iona community. The second one is from there. One of the main composers in the Iona community has the same name as our administrative assistant, John Bell. So he has to come up with a different middle initial. But in these communities, you sit in sound, in silence, and you are also invited to come forward and to light candles as a visible sign of your prayer. And so we'll take about 5-7 minutes in these 2 songs. And we will sing them, and you are invited as you wish to come forward and to light a candle as a visible sign of your prayer.
ancient tradition in the church of joining and uniting our prayers together through responsive prayer, and we'll participate in that now. Show us your mercy, O God.
Grant us your salvation.
Give us the joy of your saving help again.
Sustain us with your bountiful Spirit.
Give peace in all the world.
For only in you can we live in safety.
Keep the nations under your care.
And guide us in the way of justice and truth.
Let your ways be known upon earth.
Your saving health among all nations.
Let not the needy be forgotten.
Nor the hope of the poor be taken away.
Create in me a clean heart, O God.
And sustain me with your Holy Spirit.
Lord, hear my prayer.
And let my cry come before you.
For our final song, I'll invite you to stand up. And we end today with a song from the African tradition. This one is from Cameroon, and it is a very traditional processional song. So it is a song that almost always would have movement involved in it. And so we're going to change up the movement a little bit. It's a little bit more dancier. It's not just stepping, but we're going to, and it changes each time, but you'll get it. So it'll go right, left, out, back. Left, right, out, back. Right, left, out, back. Left, right, out, back. So you just got some toe touches in there. You can do this. You can do this. But we're going to do it in the same motion, but let's turn around. Let's go counterclockwise this time. Well, you know, if you do it wrong, you do it wrong. If you do it wrong, it's a good practice in imperfectionism. So that's not a bad thing. And the song, it just repeats. There's a first line, and then that line repeats. There's a second line, and then that line repeats. And so I'll be singing the lines and inviting you along with. So as you feel comfortable with one or the other, you can start joining in. If you want to, you can add some more dance moves. Yeah, exactly. Or add some clapping. And it goes like this. Does it start on a C? What does it start on? It starts on a G. Okay. So let's get the stepping going first. So 1, 2, we'll start with our right and right, left, out, in. Left, right, out, in. Right, left, out, in. Left, right, out, in. Right, left, out, in. Left, right, out. And I think we need to speed up a little bit, or else this song is going to be like a funeral processional. And we don't need that. So let's try 1, 2, ready. So right, left, out, in. Left, right, out, in. Right, left. You guys look amazing. Left, right, ready to go? Here we go. Praise, praise, praise the Lord. Praise God's holy name. And repeat that. Praise, praise, praise the Lord. Praise God's holy. And here's the next line. Praise God's holy name. Alleluia. Praise God's holy name. And repeat that. Praise God's holy name. Alleluia. Praise God's holy name. Alleluia. Praise, praise, praise the Lord. Praise God's holy name. Alleluia. Praise, praise, praise the Lord. Praise God's holy name. Alleluia. Praise God. love and serve the Lord? And we all say, thanks be to God. We invite you to stay and to check out throughout the day everything here at the Wellness Fair. And if you want a fun way to walk around and see most of it, at the spiritual practices table, and if you see the blue tape around, we've marked out a prayer labyrinth for you to walk today with some things along it. So you can start that there, and there's great things all around. So many different people here for us to explore all the different facets of wellness this morning. Thank you for joining in chapel this morning as we explored movement from around the world and spiritual wellness. I already did the dismissal, so go in peace.